Yo, check it out. I wanted to get ahead of the headlines before things start to come out that are not true, because I already see a lot of funny movement online and elsewhere. First and foremost, I'm closing the Maryland studio. I'm still open in Pennsylvania, obviously. But anyway, to address all that, which I wasn't going to because there was nothing to say, I have to go back to the beginning. So when I moved to Pennsylvania, a lot of people in Maryland wanted to get tattooed. So I opened a studio, a small office space in Maryland or whatnot. I was there by myself for a while, and as time went on, there were artists that reached out to me and said they wanted to work at the studio. Now, I had never considered that. I played with the idea, but I just thought with being in another state that might get a little confusing. But I did it, and everything was good for a while. So then we were having issues there, and then I decided that we were going to get a bigger spot. We had two artists, and plus me. So I just thought it'd be nice to get more space and grow as a business. And so I feel like a lot of the things that ended up coming out should have been said at that moment. That was approximately a year ago. Because that would have saved me a lot of money and time. In a nutshell, the cost of the studio where we were at was significantly cheaper than the cost where we went. It was the same artists that were there. They were not working more, and I wasn't charging them a higher percentage moving to this bigger studio. So obviously that money has to come from somewhere. That comes from my pocket. As time went on, I could sense that there was bitterness. There was a lot of mentions of a higher percentage, which I'm okay with paying people more money if they're gonna work more. But you already get paid a percentage, so that's how percentages work. You work more, you get more money. But I was still okay with paying a higher percentage, provided you were gonna take more responsibilities. I then made one of the artists a shop manager. Now, I'll keep this person's name out of it for now, unless they want to Nick Cannon themselves. But I've been shown a lot of disrespect, and I won't go into that. So one of the days that got this person's panties in a bunch was where there was $100 missing. Now, there was never a mention of $100 missing. I just picked up on it from the amounts written on envelopes and the amount that was deposited. I don't think anybody was stealing money. I don't think that was it at all. Obviously, this was an oversight, because otherwise, why would you write the amount that people were dropping off in envelopes? Obviously, I would pick up on that. But being that that person was the shop manager, who else am I supposed to ask where my $100 is? That's my money. I detected an attitude, but I didn't think anything of it. It was over text. I wasn't going to read too much into it. Anyway, this person just said, I don't know. I don't know is not a good answer from a manager who's responsible for money. If anybody's ever worked in any industry where you take your register into the office at the end of the night and manager says, there's $100 missing, you can't then just say, I don't know. It's not the way it works. But I let it go. He said he would get to the bottom of it. A couple weeks went by. I said, hey man, whatever happened to the $100? Oh yeah, I'll deposit the money. Okay, what happened to the money? What is going on? I don't know, I must have dropped it. Now, this is all over text message. If this person wants to contest it, that's fine. I have it on text message. Matter of fact, I'll put up the screenshots. Bing! That money was deposited. We went forward a couple weeks, still detecting attitude here and there, but whatever. When the cat's away, the mice will play. I don't give a fuck, provided there's money in the bank. A couple transactions after that, there was $24 missing. Again, I don't think this person stole the $24, but given the $100 that I still to this day don't know what happened to it, I thought it was reasonable to ask about the $24. So I asked about the $24. Again, here's the screenshot. It was a simple equation of this is what was supposed to be deposited, this is what you did deposit, where is this money? I get attitude right back. I'm not stealing from you, Nelson. Sending a picture holding money. Like, this is ridiculous. You assume the responsibility of picking up money from the other artist, depositing money into the bank, and I'm somehow in the wrong for asking what happened to said money. What the fuck? So, anyway, I get attitude. I'm not going to drag this on for too long. I'm not going to go into the multiple things that happened after that that was just straight up disrespectful for somebody who's working at somebody's place. And for anybody who's ever had a job, no, you cannot talk to the owner however the fuck you want, or the boss, or whatever. It got to the point where it was just being so petty and so disrespectful to the person providing the place in which these artists are making money that I decided to fire this person. Once the poison hits the water, it spreads. So moving on from there, it was just sort of little things here and there with the other artist. And, you know, finally it was just like, hey man, listen, if you want to go your own way, go your own way. Let's not keep dragging this out. Mind you, at that point, I was looking at another place. So by this point, I'm just fed up. Like, why the fuck am I signing legal papers and taking on more responsibilities for myself, spending more time away from my family, putting all this time and energy into artists that prior to working at my studio have not worked at a reputable shop? That's just the reality of it. I'm not shit talking anybody. People were working from their home. In the world of tattooing, it's not what you do, man. At some point, you want to elevate your career. And that's the place that I provided. I provided a good reputation for them, but at some point, I'm not going to continue to give people credibility, a professional place to work at, to further their careers, if it's not appreciated, if it's also if it's not reciprocated. If you're not doing anything for the shop, then what's the point? So I mean, at the end of the day, once again, the artist that was left over, again, not shit talking, it's just numbers. I'm not going to keep this place open if somebody is constantly guest spotting, tattooing in hotel rooms, tattooing at houses, outside the shop. I don't get a percentage of that. But in the meantime, this person continues to get to say that they work at a professional tattoo shop, which gives them the credibility that allows them to work in hotel rooms and go on and grow and guest spot and all this stuff from other professional tattoo shops. Nobody's going to guest spot somebody who's working out of their basement. It's not going to happen. End of the day, I have to pay bills. Anybody who knows me knows that I run my shop the way I wanted it to be run when I started out. They had full freedom. I don't make people jot down what each person, what they charge each person. I was there 3-4 days out of the month. So very little bit of interaction with the boss hanging over telling you what to do. I don't have hours. They can come and go as they want. They can schedule appointments however they want. I allow them to guest spot. I allow them to go wherever the fuck they want. They have business cards with their number on it. They schedule however they want. They collect their own deposits. They charge whatever they want. I never ask them how much they charge. All I ask is that at the end of the week, you put money in the safe. That's my percentage, so I can keep the lights on, the internet on, the insurance going, the rent paid, supplies, the whole nine. But towards the end, where there were discrepancies with money, that is not, without a doubt, there were discrepancies in money. So nothing was a problem until towards the end, where I actually had to step up and be the owner, the manager, the boss. But they weren't used to that. They got complacent to all the freedoms that I provided. And that was clearly a problem. I got attitude back and forth, blase, blase. I hope I don't sound bitter or petty or anything along those lines. It's just to clear my name, and I wasn't going to say anything about what happened. But one of the artists, the former manager, on his way in to pick up his stuff, just no handshake, no hello, no goodbye, no civility, no class, no manners. I just don't think that that's how men conduct themselves. We can be upset about business and still conduct ourselves like men. To be honest with you, I didn't even know he was there until I heard his voice. He was talking to the other artist. I was actually tattooing. So, I mean, I just thought that that was really petty and disrespectful, considering it is my place. You don't walk into somebody's house and not say hi. That's not how it works, but maybe I'm just old school. I grew up in this industry, you know, with respect. When you make moves, you always give respect. Best of luck to you, gentlemen. I hope it works out for you. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't really give a fuck. I was just trying to be polite. But that's out the window. So thank you everybody for watching the video. Thank you for, I know it's a long video, so thank you for hanging in there. That's a very long story, but in my opinion, very short, considering there's so much other bullshit in text messages and events that happen. When you have talent, you'll always have money, you'll always have business, you'll always have a career, you'll always have clients, you will always have support. Provided you don't dick anybody over on your way up. I've gotten a lot of love from people who know what's going on, and you know, it's nice to hear that people care and things along those lines, but I assure you, this is a good thing. It was very stressful babysitting people. Hope to see you at the DC convention, Philly convention, all that kind of stuff. And I will try my best to continue to accommodate people in Maryland. I will be announcing soon where I'll be guest spotting out of and the whole nine. I'm still in Pennsylvania. Feel free to visit me in Pennsylvania. And that's it, man. Thank you. Boom.